Well, we wrote this letter about 5 weeks ago, and since then the migrant refugee crisis has only continued to worsen. We've had the Russian bombing of parts of Syria, we've had the most recent events in Hungary, and we've been under pressure from our own constituency, from charities, from churches in our various dioceses who are saying, what are you doing about it? And so we didn't feel we could keep it secret any longer. The fact we had made an approach offering to work with the government to help to increase the number of people that Britain can take.
Do you think the government is doing enough to ease the refugee crisis?
I think the government clearly have been moving in the right direction, and the announcement that David Cameron took 6 or 7 weeks ago that we would allow 20,000 refugees over the life of this Parliament into the UK, that was a very positive move. But as we've talked to our own people, we've got a sense that the willingness of the charities, of the organisations that would support those people and the churches is for a larger number. That's why we've suggested that maybe 10,000 this year, 10,000 next year, then see how the situation is going on, but possibly up to 50,000 during the lifetime of the current Parliament.
Can I ask you, is it right for the church to step into political matters like this?
Well, these aren't political matters, these are moral matters, and these are matters about the welfare of people who are God's children, and that's what we believe. It's a matter of conscience that people respond to human need that is so abject. We've got people who are largely fleeing their lives, they're fleeing from war, they're fleeing from terrorism, and we have a duty, I think, a moral duty to take those people in, some of them, our fair share.
We're spending millions, indeed more than £1 billion in overseas aid already. We're one of the biggest spenders in overseas aid. We cannot take any more people into this country. What do you say to that?
Well, we are already doing some admirable work in terms of overseas aid, and Britain has an excellent record in that, and I'll be the first person to want to support that and to thank the Prime Minister and others for sustaining that approach. What we're talking about, even at the levels that in our letter it was 50,000 people over 5 years, that's less than one new person coming to this country for every 1,000 who are already here. Now, if 1,000 British citizens cannot between them make the space, find the volunteers, support one refugee, one person fleeing from terror, from war, fleeing for their life, then I think things have come to a pretty bad pass compared with the way we supported the Ugandan Asians who Idi Amin threw out, the way we supported the Vietnamese boat people in my first years as a clergyman.
Okay, Bishop, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.